Hey tubes, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue working on my 85 F-150 here. Going to continue on with our carburetor swap that we're working on. A little recap. This truck I bought in January of this year, and it is in fairly good shape. Pretty clean as far as, rust goes. There's some body damage on it, but it's nothing too bad. I mean, it's mostly straight, but I think it kind of gives it some character, and I'm planning on keeping it that way. I've just been working on wet sanding and polishing, and I'm still in the middle of that. It just got kind of rainy the last time I was doing it. I got this top part here to kind of start to shine up, but I haven't fully polished it, and I'm going to be getting a couple of different things to do a little better job. But anyways, this truck already had brand new brakes, brand new radius arm bushings, brake hoses. The rear brakes on it were also pretty decent. But what was on that axle is now under my 82, and what was under my 82 is under here, but both brakes on both axles are the same. So did a little axle swap because I wanted the 8.8 out of this, and so now this has a 9-inch under it. Did a little bit of work to the engine, did some, valve cover gaskets to stop some oil leaks. We did spark plugs to give her a little, refresh. It did have new ignition parts in it, new spark plug wires, and then we put some new temp sensors in, and I'm just trying to get it to run as good as possible. It had a leaking brake booster, so we had to replace that. That solved a high idle problem, but it still isn't running right. And I've tried messing around with different injectors, putting bigger ones in. None of that seems to really make a difference. If anything, it just makes it worse. So we're doing a carburetor swap on this thing. Let me show you what I got done so far. Oh, it's warm in here. Gotta take the spring out of the hood. This is what we're looking like so far. Looks nice and newish. This is an $82 carburetor got off of eBay, and I guess these work pretty good for the most part. So I figured I'd give it a shot. It looks decent. It fits good. Let me explain to you one of the problems I'm having right now. So I'm running a factory 302 manifold here, and it has, let's see if we can get this gasket off here. I had to kind of work this thing on here. So there's an EGR port in here, and we're not going to be running EGR, and so I thought, well, I'll just get this spacer here, and that'll block that off. This is a not specific to this application, so I think that's why it ended up not fitting right. Like, it hardly blocks that off. Like, it leaves just the barest whiff. And then, come on, get off of there. Let me show you the other problem. So we got the bottom of the carburetor here. Actually, it was, this is the front, yeah. So the bolt pattern's the same, and this all lines up, but look. Now we have a massive vacuum leak. So that's not going to work. So now what I'm wanting to do is, I've got this plate here, which is a little less than 1/8 of an inch. It's kind of thick. It's like a, what's this? Let's get that flipped around here. This is a 16 gauge. That's what I was thinking. But I'm thinking it'll work fine for what we're trying to do. Okay, so I'm thinking, take this spacer gasket deal here, and we'll just trace out a pattern. And then I've got an inch and 3/4? Inch and 3/4 Milwaukee hole saw attachment here. And we'll just bore out a couple holes there drill these out. I actually want to get the carburetor on here and maybe trace it out. These bolt holes here are a little wonky. I had to drill them out, so I might use a bigger drill bit or something for those so they fit a little bit better on the studs. So anyways, yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna make a square, but I kind of want to leave a little bit right here as sort of a heat shield. In fact, we need to look at, where's my, here's the ruler. I wanted to see how much space there is between the valve cover and the end of that opening for the intake. So let's do that right now. Let's see. So we got, let's say, probably 2 3/4 would be good. 2 3/4. I'm also working on the tailgate. I've got kind of a crappy video on that. Probably end up doing it a little bit differently. So so from here to 2 3/4. We'll go maybe 2 1/2. We'll just mark it, and then so we'll have a piece cut off there, and that's kind of an extra a heat deflector. Actually probably won't even matter really a whole lot, because then we're using this big piece. What if we ixnay that idea, Jimmy? We'll just make a little rectangle here and burn out some holes. I still have got another package of parts on the way for this thing. I'm waiting for those to get here. While we're waiting, might as well get our adaptation of our carburetor done. So I'm gonna work on doing this. I will need to go to. I don't want to use this stuff for intake stuff. There's a copper one that I have. Looking for a Sharpie. So let's see, we got this. Give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room here. I was trying to get a piece of this out of aluminum. Well, we don't even need to cut that. We just need to. Actually, we don't even need to cut this part out. We can leave that alone. I don't mind there being a little bit of a ridge here. What we really need is just this piece. And then I'm going to draw a line, because we're gonna leave some extra meat right there, and then we're going to leave that alone. So we're just going to cut a little bit, almost a square. But I tried to get this out of in aluminum, but it's kind of at Home Depot's mercy. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. So basically just round. But yeah, Home Depot didn't have any aluminum. They had plenty of, angled aluminum and aluminum tubing, but they had no sheets like this in the thickness that I needed for in aluminum. We'll need to try and find the X marks the spot on that one. I think I'm going to do 1/2-inch holes on this. So there's that. I had a center punch somewhere and I don't know what happened to it. I just need something to hold this so that when we're tweaking on it, we're not losing our piece. I'm gonna get a drill press. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Maybe I should clear out this back corner here and I'll build another workbench and put a freaking thing there. That'd be nice. That's really not gonna go anywhere. I can probably still clamp it a little bit. Do something like that. Way off. So we got the old DeWilty here. Let's see. Yeah, do we want to do that? Okay. Let's give it a shot. We can make another piece if we have to. This is $11 for this piece here. I really, really want my center punch. So my next package of parts that I'm waiting for, I've got an air cleaner. I'm not going to bother using the factory air box, so I'm going to get rid of all that. I've got a little piece I think will allow me to reuse the factory end of the automatic transmission throttle valve cable. And then, see, I think there's a carburetor stub kit in there, I'm not sure. And then some different intake spacers that, that go from the carb to the bottom of the air cleaner. You can space it out. Because I think the air cleaner I'm going to work won't fit on the carburetor right now with how big my distributor is, so I'm going to work on some different spacers. I got 2 different sizes coming, so we'll give that a shot. Well, let's give this a whirl, shall we? That'll give us a little bit bigger of a hole than we really need, but that's okay. Not super accurate, so we'll find out how this goes. It's amazing when you have lube how much better it cuts. Imagine that. Hey. What I'll do is I'll take a rat tail file and just clean up the burrs and the chowdery on this, and then I'll probably take a flapper wheel and kind of clean it up with that around the edges and stuff, get it nice and kind of dulled up a little bit, rolled over, and then should be good to go. So yeah, we just need to cut this and that. We're gonna try this out. Let's see, can we get this out of the package? Yeah, diamond metal cutoff, diamond blade. This should cut through this pretty easy. I'm gonna try it on one of my Harbor Freight guys here. Get back here. Let's see which. So let's go on that way. So that means it needs to be like this then, huh? Yeah, okay. Ooh, wrong hole. Wrong button. Alright, we're gonna get these fuel injectors out of the way. I believe there's still fuel in that. We'll get rid of these flammables here for the most part. Let's just see if we can cut it and how well it does. Oh yeah. It burns. It's actually not that bad. It's like, you know, welding. We might have been burning some wood a little bit there. And then we'll just slice it that way and then clean it up with the thingy. Clunk that down. Clunk this down. And we'll cut away on the other end. We can make like probably 2 more guys. Cool. I think that might work. I'm gonna go see how it fits. So this fits pretty good. I cut out a little section here for the throttle linkage. I thought I was gonna have to cut out a little bit, like right here. This is the top side. How I cut it. Yeah, I was gonna cut a little bit here because it was kind of rocking, but there's that gasket spacer thing that I put over here, or it's supposed to go here to seal it. I don't need the relief anymore when I put this on there. Oh, I need my phone. I gotta take some pictures for the YouTubes. I was thinking about going to the Junkyard tomorrow. But I don't think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna stay home and work on the I gotta mow the yard, and I need to also work on the 85 here. I think we might try and get it to run on this new carburetor. I think I talked about it already, but I got a we'll have to grind this off here and get this piece up, but I have a linkage that we're gonna put on that. Hopefully we'll work with the factory throttle valve cable, and then we'll be able to have our transmission kickdown work. I think that ought to be good enough. It's not perfect, but it's some of my best work. Alright, tubes. Here's our EGR block-off plate. Came out pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'm going to need to invest in some better filing tools, because I really would like to actually make this look a little bit more professionally made, but this is my first spacer I've made, so I think I did alright. So what this will get is a super high temp, probably copper like or whatever, RTV, and then we'll just, you know, this whole area is going to get it covered. It'll glue this on. These holes are a little off, but the way I got it positioned, they're the edges aren't going to catch, so this will be straight through and there'll be no turbulence or whatnot. This is our gasket slash spacer, insulator, whatever you want to call it. This will be the gasket between our plate and carburetor. I probably won't use any silicone on the bottom side of that. We'll just let it ride, and that goes in there like that. The only problem that I have is I have a lot of material there on that stud, so I may end up getting a different stud kit for this, like just a shorter one, but because I don't want to put a million, you know, washers on that to space it out, because I think that's a little tacky. So Might have to run to O'Reilly's or something tomorrow after I go to the junkyard. Well, if I go to the junkyard. But I'll pick that up later. And I have to get some more double-sided tape anyways. I'm almost gonna get a couple of rolls of it and maybe, you know, glue in the center down on there, but I really just need the edge. We'll see how this lasts. These are normally just kind of like plasti welded to this base here, and then this has nubs that push through here, and then they are plasti welded, swaged, or whatever you want to call it, on there, and that's how it's held together. So I'm gonna see if this stuff will work. This stuff sticks really good as long as you clean up the surface and scuff it up. It's very hard to peel it off, and then once you got everything stuck onto it, it ain't coming off. So yeah, that's a video I'm working on right now, which you'll probably see later. So with that tubes, I'm gonna go clean up, probably take a shower actually. I'm just sweating like a pig. And I'm gonna go grocery shopping, run out of groceries, and yeah. And then we'll pick up the video tomorrow, so we'll see you in a few minutes.